question the situation, as opposed to just questioning why me or why God, or if they're religious, whatever the case is, question the situation. I'm big on that now. Again, it took me time to get here, but when painful circumstances come my way, I don't always just question the surface of what's going on. I try. It's not always easy, but I try to ask myself, what can I get from this? I know this is, happening to me, but can I change my vantage point to see if it's happening for me? And that's a big thing, because we forget that there's another side to what we're going through. Mm-hmm. If you start to hold yourself accountable a little bit more and say, okay, what can I do to change right now that can help influence a change within what I'm going through? It's a game for me now. And that's one thing I've been telling people. I said, life will become fun when the difficulty isn't even a difficult thing for you anymore, because now you even take those things on as a challenge to improve. You always see an opportunity to improve. I tell people now I'm undefeated. I win some and I learn some. I don't lose. I'm undefeated now.
I win some and I learn some.
Exactly.
What are some of the insights you got from coaching styles that people in other countries might practice that maybe people in America just don't listen to that much or know much about?
Well, I saw abroad that they're very, very regimented. Like, we would do something 1,000 times, and I loved it. That's the way I train now. I'll be honest. A lot of the ways that I run my business and the way I train different athletes is I picked up a number of those characteristics from Europe. We would literally go into practice in some of our training sessions and work on 2 things. Here in America, we may work on about 4 to 5 things a workout. Over there, we worked on about 2 things, and they wanted us to get it down that day. So we would do it hundreds of times.
That's good. And probably those people in Ireland had never met a guy from North Philly before.
Never, ever. That was the funny thing, man. Just relating to one another. It was a challenge at first, I'll admit. But I mean, we loved each other. You want to respond instead of reacting, right? So you want to have a greater response, because a reaction is literally an action based off of what someone else made you do. So that means they're in essence controlling what you do. And I don't like that. I don't like always reacting, because then I'm not in full control of my actions. So I choose and prefer to respond, because I feel like that's coming from me. And that comes by way of me training myself, going through different situations to where I say, okay, take a quick second before you even, have a response of any sort. That way it won't come out as an impulsive reaction. We can think over 30 thoughts every second. It sounds crazy. Every minute rather. We can think up, if we just take a minute, we can have so many thoughts, but we choose not to have to take a minute just to kind of process things, to breathe.
If you enjoy this podcast, please make sure to subscribe. To stay updated on everything that the Action Catalyst is up to, make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Action Catalyst Podcast and Twitter at Catalyst_Action. Thanks for listening.